Because I lived in Texas for 3 years and it was not America.
That's
Well, I mean,
awesome.
it was America. It was crazy. I did not enjoy it. And everybody's like, oh, well, the South, people are so much more polite. And I didn't see that, like, at all.
You didn't see that?
No.
I tend to find that. I mean, there is pockets, too.
There's
of, like, good people, and there's shitty people everywhere. You gotta know that.
Right. There was a lot of, bless your heart. And I was like, that means fuck you. Like, just straight up.
No, but I think a lot of those people, like, I've experienced some of both,
Right.
nice stuff and bad stuff, but I think there's good and bad people in every city you go in this country. I think
Right.
everywhere there is just assholes everywhere, and there's good people everywhere too.
I was also dating, like, the worst pieces of shit in Texas. Like,
Oh.
I found them all.
Is that what you're attracted to?
I was, yeah. Well, even my husband, because he was going through his divorce and he was, like, super down in the dumps. And I was like, ooh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like it's toxic. Let's do that. Yeah. Like, DJ at a strip club. Like, I was that girl.
Oh, perfect.
Mm-hmm. Doing my chemistry homework in the DJ booth.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Who else have you had on the podcast?
I have had Bert Kreischer. I've had Maz Jabrani.
Oh,
I've had Sean Polofsky. She was one of my favorites. I love her so much.
she's great.
Jimmy Schubert. Neil Brennan.
Oh, yeah, that's a good guess.
Yeah. People don't want to turn down a free massage.
That's so funny.
Russell Peters keeps promising me.
He would do it for sure. I think he would do it.
Oh, he will. It's just trying to get
It's
him
just
well
like-
down.
You know how we did it the other day? Like I saw you 2 days ago or something.
Uh-huh.
That's the way to do it, because like when you do it all in advance, like schedules change and shit.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing about scheduling a podcast.
Yes.
Because it seems like people know you can reschedule easily a podcast, but it fucks you up,
Uh-huh.
Then you're out. But yeah, the best part is just hanging out at the Comedy Store,
It is.
as you can see everybody there.
I love it there. And then now that they're letting me in the green rooms,
Right.
and like Josh, he's let me do the last 3 goddamn comedy jams. And I get to do it again next week.
So you just go set up there, right?
Uh-huh.
That's where you kind of. Well, tell me about this podcast.
Uh-huh. And like Wanda Sykes wants to do it, but she's just so busy.
Sure.
But I've seen her twice, and she's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm like,
Why don't you tell them that you can come to them?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Like, especially them. Like, even, like, Russell Peters, I even told him, I'm like, I do pregnancy massage. And he's like, you do? And I'm like, and I'm fucking good at it. And he's like, well, she needs one. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm mentioning it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, so. And I've had, like, I have a lot of people who want to do it. They're just, like you said, so busy. Like, Kate Quigley, every time I text her, she's like, damn it. And
That
I'm
should
like,
be good to be on.
I'm like, and I know I'll get them because, one, now I think they realize I'm not just some crazy person that's like, I want to touch you naked,
Well, no, you see, because you meet a lot of people, especially if you don't know them.
Uh-huh.
Like, you meet a lot of people at the store, and there's certainly a fair share of weirdos that
Oh
hang
my
out.
God, yes.
And you gotta weed through, like, whatever. And if you see somebody, like, and get to know somebody over time, then I think it's a little easier.
That's what Joey Diaz is like, I will do it, but I need to know you first. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
I'm like, how long does this friendship need to go on? And he's like, I'll tell you. I'm like, okay. You tell me. So, I mean, all of them have said yes. Like, Steve Renazizi, he's had to reschedule on me a couple times. But I know they're going to do it. It's just waiting, basically.
Right.
And then now, thankfully, like, for a while, my podcast was homeless. And then Cassandra was like, you can use my place. And that helped a lot. Because it's so convenient right here. I'm like, yeah, just park in the parking structure.
Yeah, they're like a few blocks away.
Yeah.
Super close.
So that was helpful. And then, like I said, like, I go over to
Frida,
them.
did you hear that?
What?
I live a few blocks away.
Oh.
She's
Good to
lonely,
know.
too. Cassandra is away till Sunday. So she has no one to hang out with until
That's hilarious.
Cassandra gets back.
That's a funny love connection right here.
I can feel it. It's buzzing in the air. Beck, do you want to come touch him? No, I'm kidding.
That was great. You guys missed it. If you're listening, feel free to just touch me.
With her bright pink fingernails. I have fingernail envy. I do.
Do your hands get fucked up doing this?
Not fucked up, but I can't have fingernails because I don't want to like gouge anyone.
Right.
Because I mean, this is my day job too. Like I'm doing this 6-7 days a week. Like this week will be 7 days a week, but.
So how long can you massage before you get tired?
I've done 9 in a row.
Bullshit.
No.
9 hours of this?
Because when I work at the chiropractor, I don't take breaks. So I'll end 5 minutes early, make the bed for the next person, throw the next person on, and then boom. And normally, like a normal day is like 6 hours.
So do you have your routine that you do?
I try not to give the same massage twice.
You do a little crowd work and shit?
I do.
That's good.
Right. And you know what? I do a lot of material. Like I get a lot of material from my patients.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, because we start talking. And then I like to think that I'm pretty quick and witty. So like I'll make stuff up. And that's the reason this podcast came about. Is because I do it and we are laughing so fucking hard and having just the greatest time because I'm not professional at all. And the doctors know that. And, you know, like we're cracking up and they're like, Joy, like you're so funny. And then I was like, I need to record these because they're hilarious.
And that's what this came about.
And that's how this, and plus I was hoping like people would be like, oh, you know what, Joy, you're pretty funny. You want to come on the road with me? And I'd be like, yes, please.
I'm surprised no one's picked you up. They're like, you gotta massage me though.
I totally would. Who was it? Oh, Brad Williams' wife.
Oh, dude, perfect.
I was talking to her, and she was telling me that when he got in his accident, there's a comedian who's a physical therapist. So he took the physical therapist comedian on the road with him.
Was it Johnny LaQuasta?
Yeah, that's actually who it was.
LaQuasta's actually great. I love that guy.
And yeah, so Brad Williams was like, I'll take you on the road, but you gotta help me PT. And I was like, well, does he need a massage therapist? Because I can do that.
What was the accident?
I think he got in a car accident.
I thought you were going to say he got shot out of a cannon. That's fucked up. Brad, I love you.
When he climbed onto the chair, I was all...
Dude, Brad's one of the funniest guys I know, like the shit that he does, and he doesn't give a fuck.
No, he's amazing.
He'll just, to go so hard about, being a little person or shit.
But when he climbed onto the chair, I'm all, saddle up, partner, and I'm all, fuck, Joy, why did you say that?
That's so funny.
Because I just say shit, and then I'm all, oh, probably shouldn't.
No, I did something like that at the Comedy Store. It was totally out of context, but he walked out right when I was saying it, and I forget what it was, but it just didn't sound good.
And
he's like, or we were talking about leprechauns, but it had nothing to do with him. It literally had nothing to do with him, but he walked out and he goes, I'm right here. And I'm like, Brad, we were talking about something else.
I love that place.
Yeah.
Now, where's your favorite, did I ask it already? Like, where's your favorite place to do comedy?
Yeah, like I said, I like the big cities, the ones that have a big mix of an audience.
Okay.
Nothing, I hate when it's just one fucking type of person at a show.
Yes.
Because then it's just seems closed-minded and, you know what I mean? I like to talk about everything.
Yeah.
And so I don't like, when the audience is just one type of way or some shit.
Have you had the worst heckler?
I don't know. I mean, hecklers tend to be drunk 99% of the time.
White women?
That's true, yeah.
Oh
sometimes,
my God.
Attention, somebody that's looking for attention. Chick that thinks she's hot and it's her time to talk. Sometimes it'll be a drunk guy too. But if you just give them enough rope, they tend to hang themselves,
Right.
They just let them go and handle it with a smile.
And you're like, okay, you go now.
Yeah, exactly. So, very rarely does it get out of hand.
Now, do you write every day? Is that
No, I actually don't. I write I think I write on stage more than anything.
Okay.
Oh, shit, man. Getting really nasal in here.
That's good. Your lymphatic system's moving. We're breaking stuff up.
Is that right? So
Yeah.
does it get all trapped in my nose?
Yep.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, you know how every time you get a massage and everybody's drink water and you're like, why?
Because you're loosening everything
Yes, because, okay, so you have your bloodstream and your lymphatic system, they run side by side, and your lymphatic system's basically like your garbage disposal. So all the nastiness gets thrown in, and then you have your lymph nodes which filter it out. So you have more stuff floating around right now because it's just pushing it all out, and that's why we're like, drink water, it'll... Aw, thick and nasty pizza just delivered pizza to us.
Thick and tasty.
Thick and tasty?
Thick and nasty. What if they were called
Thick and
thick
nasty.
and nasty? That shit's
No.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure.
No, it's thick and nasty.
No, it's definitely tasty.
Yeah, I love it.
Fuck, I've been fucking that up for quite some time.
Good job.
Thank you. I told you I was, oh my god. I'm telling you, they just saw it and they were like, oh, Fat Girl podcast, we'll send her food.
That's pretty cool though. Where are they at?
Where are they located at?
I mean, this is perfect. You're talking about them too.
I am. They just texted us to see if we got it.
Aw, they're such nice people. Like, seriously, they're like, I told them too, I was like, don't send it until I have somebody bigger on, so like, it'll give a bigger audience.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes.
So you're gonna get 3 more listeners because of me.
Boom. It's 3. Then we're gonna have 3 whole listeners. Except for my mom. No, she doesn't listen. Oh, look, we have pizza, we have romance. It's
This has
amazing.
been a great podcast altogether.
Best podcast ever, right?
Who was your favorite guest so far?
Aside from you.
Again.
There you go, Emily. That's the right answer.
Tebow.
Oh, was Tebow great?
Yeah.
Was he just I feel like he was just doing a Boone impression the whole time.
We did talk about Boone. But he tells, I don't know, have you ever heard the story about his babysitter?
No.
Okay, so his dad used to pay the babysitters in cocaine.
Oh, really?
Okay, so his dad bought these new golf clubs, and the dad's like, don't touch my new golf clubs, right? So as soon as he leaves, this coked up babysitter, of course, gets the golf clubs, takes the kids to the park, and Tebow was walking behind while this guy was doing a backswing and knocked his nose completely off.
Are you kidding? Is that why he got his nose fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said his nose was gone. He like had no nose.
What?
And he had to have like a shit ton of surgeries. He was in 1st grade. And yeah, so it was just, and I was like, okay, I gotta make this funny. And he's like, yeah, I had a cast on my face. And I'm like, oh, did the kids sign it? Like, 'cause, like that's where my brain goes. And then, yeah, he had so many funny stories. Like they adopted this kid and now he doesn't know where the fuck he was a cool kid. I'm all, so you just don't know where the kid went? And he's like, no.
Dude, that's like 7. Do you remember 7 from fucking, what is it? Married with Children?
Uh-huh.
How did they just get that kid? Remember?
I do. It was like their shark jumping days. But yeah, like, I'm like, what do you mean your mom's like got this kid and then you're like, oh, he was a cool kid.
And then what happened to him?
Yeah, no idea. So yeah, Tebow had me cracking up. Sean Polofsky had me laughing. Like, I like the ones that, like Jimmy Schubert was only there for the massage.
For sure, he probably didn't even talk.
He only talked when he got in the car and I drove him home. And then he's like, you know, I used to fuck Mitzi. I'm like, you could have said that an hour ago.
Oh, everybody knows that story. I mean, he was the dude.
He was the dude.
I mean, Mitzi, I think, fucked a lot of the guys there.
Yeah.
Argus and shit. I just did his show the other day.
Yep.
Argus.
That little thing. Emily, did you hit me up for that?
Yes. That was also mine. But
Yeah, she's going on to bigger and better things. She's leaving me soon.
That show was
well,
cool.
now that we have thick and tasty pizza, I may have to stay.
Of course.
Thick and nasty.
Thick and nasty. It has an N and an A close to it. I'm slightly dyslexic.
You're dirty dyslexic.
I am.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. If I can make it dirty, my brain's like, oh, this is what we do now? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Just want to mention that they sent us the delicious pizza, and they are at 444 North La Cienega Boulevard. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, and you make us really happy because we get to eat our feelings now.
And it's going to go in my belly.
What toppings did they get on there?
We went with a classic pepperoni.
Oh, very
Ooh,
cool.
did we?
We did.
Fancy.
I know.
We are classy here.
We're so classy.
We're going to eat pizza and stare at the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Great view.
She does. I walked in, the first thing I did when I walked into her apartment the first time, I looked outside and I'm like, you can see the Hollywood sign from your apartment. She's like, I know.
It's a great building.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are you doing next? Where are you going?
I actually have a haircut that or not a podcast, but an interview for Culture Magazine.
Ooh.
A weed magazine.
Okay. Oh, that's another thing. The guys from Care by Design.
Oh,
Yeah.
we must mention that.
Yeah, they fucking hooked me up on Tuesday, and they were gonna hook me up more. They gave me a bunch of CBD lotion to use on you
dope.
guys.
You should have used it.
I should have. I left it in my car.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I was like, rub that shit on my neck, dude. That gets my anxiety like so gone.
Does it?
Dude, CBD fucks me up in such a good way. Like, I don't get super high, right? And I just feel like so relaxed. I'll be like driving in the car, and be like, I don't even need a turn.
Yeah, because
I'll just like go straight.
I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
No, I was talking to them and I was telling them that I have severe anxiety. Like, I get really panicky a lot. And they were like, just try the CBD. And
Dude,
I'm
it's
like,
really good for that.
so I just started trying it. So we'll see. Because I'm neurotic as fuck.
The guys at ABX, you know, they were there the other day when we
Uh-huh.
came in. Did you get some of their shit?
That's the people, yeah, the Care by Design and
Oh, there you
the
go,
Absolute
yeah.
Extract.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay, cool. So their oils, they're fucking. There's one that they have that's like it's in a pill form.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That one will relax the shit out of you, dude. It's like 18 to 1 or something.
Yeah, I took one of those the other day.
The pure CBD pill one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's great.
Dude, your neck is messed up.
It is, right? It's from a fucking plane or some shit. Or...
It is. Just, I don't know. I always tell people, just be careful on planes. Because they really do mess you up.
So how is it that you can be careful? Do you just like get up and stretch? And
Just
shit?
get up and stretch. Your head is ridiculously heavy, and your
Uh-huh.
neck does do a lot of heavy lifting. So just stretch your neck. And a lot of people, they like to look up at the ceiling to stretch their neck, but that's not good because you're actually compressing the discs.
Okay, so what's the move?
The one is to look down,
Okay.
and then like to the side, to
Like make a
cheek to
double
shoulder.
chin thing, I heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
That helps.
I was like, pretend you're looking at your boobs.
That's what I was doing too, but I was like, he doesn't have boobs, so pretend you're looking at your dick,
Okay.
and
like right pets, keep going.
yeah, or your toes, like, or your balls. I don't know, like look at something down there, like if there's a lucky penny on the ground. But yeah.
Aw, that went in a mom direction.
It did. I'm also that person that when I see a penny on the ground, if it's tails up, I flip it to heads to give somebody else good luck. Because I am a nerd. What's the nerdiest thing about you?
The nerdiest thing about me? I don't know, I gotta think about this one for a second.
Because you're just so cool.
No, I don't know. I don't know, just maybe the way that I am with my dog. Like if you were to see me, like how I talk to him and shit, it's pretty fucking nerdy.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a little wiener dog.
Oh.
But he's like my baby, you know, so I'm like kind of nerd out on him, I guess.
What's his
That's what I
name?
call Doogie. Little Doogie. He's got 20 different names. Young Douglas, little Dumbo,
Uh-huh.
little Gallo.
Yep, I have a Delilah, Farley, and Mitzi.
Mitzi?
Yeah, I do have a Mitzi.
Was that because of Mitzi?
Yeah.
No way.
I am obsessed with the store. The first time I walked into the store like 7 years ago, I was like, I need to find out how to be here.
Did you read I'm Dying Up Here?
I did.
Great book, huh?
I did. It was a very good book. I've read a lot of the books. And then I've like, poor Jeff Scott, he runs away from me when I see
Dude,
him.
Jeff's great though. I mean, that guy's like an encyclopedia for the shit.
He knows
Yeah.
everything.
I love looking at his posts, like, you know, like when he does the throwback stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's, like, he knows a ton about Zeros.
Yes.
He's great. I love Jeff.
He used to do the Halloween tour.
Dude, have you seen his costumes that he makes?
Yes.
Like, that shit's some of my favorite stuff to see. Like, I've ran into him at the thing and didn't even know it was him before. You know?
Yes.
He's amazing.
And then every New Year's he wears a bow tie. Like, I look forward to seeing his bow tie every New Year's Eve. Because we ditch the kids every year.
I got to take his falling into the liquor boxes photo this year on New Year's. I was very honored.
Wait,
and
you did
excited.
what? You did what?
He does a photo every year, I guess, where he throws himself into all of the liquor boxes in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I do this every year. Will you take the photo? And I was like, yes.
Oh, that's so
Oh, Yes, please.
Aww.
That's great.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be on your podcast, and then I think he realized like how weird I am, and now he's like, yeah, we'll do it one of these days, Joy. And I'm like, no, but I love you.
That's great, dude.
Just does not make it.
He also has the softest skin ever.
Does he?
Oh my god, I kissed his cheek the other day, and I'm all, it's so soft. It's like a baby's butt. Not that I kiss babies' butts, but like that's what I'd imagine it feel like.
We've had a lot of conversations in that sacred ground area.
Yes.
It's like, I know I'm gonna find him there in between people's sets,
Yeah.
smoking his metal pipe.
Uh-huh. Now, who's your yeah, that pizza's getting to me. Who's your favorite comedian?
You know what? I don't think I have a favorite. There's a lot of guys I enjoy. You know, Brody was one of my favorites to watch.
I think Brody was everyone's favorite to watch.
And that's such a fucking sad thing, you know.
Were you there on Tuesday?
I was, yeah. It was beautiful. I mean, it was so hard, but it was so fucking cool to hear the people just tell the stories. And Zach's story, I mean, I was just bawling the whole time.
Yeah, I looked at John. I didn't think Zach Galifianakis could make me cry.
Dude, it was really cool to hear those stories, but, you know, super unfortunate to lose Brody. He was a fucking staple there. You know, from when I started, that guy was just like, yeah, you knew you were going to see him.
Yeah.
Know?
And like...
And yeah, he was like everyone said the same shit, but he was like one of the first guys to be nice to me where I felt like I belonged there.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's because of him.
First time I did comedy, we went back to the Comedy Store because I'm like, I'm not done with comedy. I need more comedy. And Brody ended the show.
Uh-huh.
And I told him, it was him and Sandy Danto. Sandy Danto was in the back.
Sure.
And I went up to Brody and I'm like, Brody, I did comedy for the first time. And he's like, Joy, I would have brought you on the main stage. And I'm like, one time, Brody. Like, Mitzi would shoot me dead.
Was cool, dude. Brody was awesome.
He was supposed to be on the podcast last week.
Really?
Yeah.
On the day of the shows that they did.
On the benefit day, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so sad, dude.
It was,
Yeah, I wish we could have just had one more, you know, like
I know.
one other interaction.
And it's...
I mean, anyone could say that, though. It's like, fuck. I mean, I think he hung on as long as he could.
Yeah, literally. I'm sorry.
Did he have a special greeting for you?
He did. He would call just Amir K. You know, he'd just do my name, of course.
Uh-huh.
He'd always like recite like where I was from, or UCLA, did real estate. You know, like he'd say my whole shit.
Uh-huh.
That was like one of the first times.
Yeah.
One of the first times I didn't even know he knew me. You know, like because we would see each other and stuff, and I'd met him. Yeah, but I didn't know he'd like remember. You know, because I certainly wouldn't remember people when I meet him. You know, I have to meet him like 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Especially at the store. But I thought, I'm like, fuck, okay. I looked up to that guy.
I think we
I
all
would just see
did.
him, you know, I'd watch him and I'd study him and shit. See how crazy, like, he like showed me you can do anything up there, you know, you can really just be free and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
And so one time I was there, I told this story actually on his podcast, the Festival of Friendship, for his, like, you know, when we were doing the memorial and stuff. But I was with some girl and I was pretty new at the store, but all I wanted to do was hang around the comedy clubs, you know, so I couldn't think of anywhere to take this chick, so I'm like, let's go to the fucking comedy store. But, you know, and I was hanging out there, and and I'm like, let's go to the OR, and it was late, so Brody's on. And I tried to sneak in, there wasn't too many people, and I'm like trying to sneak up to the seats, you know, like stage left, where you can sit in the dark and no one can see you. But as I cross over, he like sees he sees me walking through with this girl, and he's like, who's that? And I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna embarrass me. Like in front of this girl, you know, he's probably gonna get embarrassed and shit. And then he goes, oh, Amir K. You know, UCLA does real estate from Orange County, enjoy it, you know, like that whole thing. And I just felt so cool. And he made me feel so good, you know, he's just like, he always has hot chicks, you know, or something like that. And he just made me feel really good. And that's when I was like, oh shit, this guy knows me. And I don't even know if I told him half of that stuff. I think he just found out about me through other people.
Yes.
Or just asked maybe what's my story or something. Because I may have told him a couple of those things. But certainly not everything.
Yeah.
But he just liked to, whatever it was, to figure me out. But I think he liked that, you know, to know facts about people.
Yes.
And then he could regurgitate it, but like, you know, I'd forget something. You can tell me where you're from all day, and I'd probably forget by the time this is over that you live in Santa Clarita or,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But he just never did. He just made you feel important.
That was the special thing about him, because there was like times he'd be like, Joy, I can't move my shoulder, and I would massage him in the back in the main room,
Right.
like where Holtzman was on stage, you know, and he's like, because the first time I met him, he was like, Joy, positive name, positive, like
Joy.
he loved it, and yeah. And then this one time he was on stage, and I'd always sneak in and watch him at the end, and he's like, I'm parched. And I'm like, do you want me to get you a bottle of water? And he goes, would you? And I'm like, I'd do anything for you. So I went and I got him a bottle of water, and then I handed it to him, and he's all, this is Joy, she's my friend, clap for her. And he wouldn't do his set until everybody clapped for me.
Yeah, it's so rude.
And and then that's what it was. Like, I felt special. Like, I was like, oh, I'm someone. Like,
Right.
okay.
And because it's that guy doing it, It's like
Yeah.
somebody that is like up there in the ranks at the store, he's like giving you love. It's pretty cool,
Yes.
And I felt so cool in front of that girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He made me feel like $1 million. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, and like I had audience members that like would come up to me and they're like, "Are you a comedian?" And I'm like, "Kind of."
Yeah.
Like, and Brody says I am.
Yeah,
So.
and then just like fucking with them, like just fucking with him at the end of the night, or like yelling out setups to his shit. Like we used to do from the back of the OR. or in the
Yeah.
bedroom. Like, you ever get lonely, Brody? Yeah, sometimes I go to the patty cake just to play catch. Yeah.
I told him too, he almost made me quit comedy. Because he has that joke where he says 80% of comedians smoke pot.
Yeah, the other 20 aren't funny.
Yeah, and I'm all, I'm not funny. Should I just quit?
Yeah.
And John's like, just start smoking pot. I'm like, can you imagine me smoking pot? And he's like, no, never mind, don't smoke pot. I'm like, yeah, it would be bad.
The very first night I went up at the store, it was late because Don Barris let me up, and Brody was in the room, and he talked to me after, and it was like the nicest. It was one of the things that was like, oh, people are nice in LA, I can move here, sort of thing. And he remembered me when I came back, and he went, Emily, nice, says she's not a Jew. Like,
Aww.
That's funny.
because that was one of the first things he asked me. He's like, are you a Jew? And I'm like, no, but thank you. Oh my goodness, no. But that's,
Did you have anything you want to plug? How do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great. No, I mean, just like if people are listening, they can just go to my website if they want to see me anywhere.
Okay.
Got the tour schedule. Are we done?
We're done.
Awesome, dude. I feel good.
Take your time getting up.
Oh my god. What's up with that pizza?
I know, thick and nasty?
Are you
Thick
guys
and
into it?
nasty.
I swear!
Thick and nasty. Oh yeah. Frida, I thought you went home.
This is my home.
I know, that's right. That's right. I thought you stayed right here.
She was touching you the whole time. It wasn't
That
even
wasn't
me.
even you?
No.